days before the release. Are you excited or maybe anxious?
Both.
I think both. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're very excited, not just about how people responded in this country, but particularly how people responded across the world. And it's unbelievably exciting to me that it's been released in so many countries on one day, and that'll be fascinating to see the response.
So, how was born this drama series?
Well, it goes a long way back. It started with the movie, which I never expected to be writing about the Queen. They asked me to write about the death of Diana, and somehow I ended up writing about the relationship between the Queen and Blair after those. And then it became the play, and then I loved writing the scene with her as a young woman, 25 years old, with Winston Churchill, who was 73 years old, her first Prime Minister. And then I suddenly thought, wow, she was young. And that seemed such a revolutionary idea that I started writing about it. And I kept thinking to myself, ooh, there's more here, there's more. And writing about her in love, or writing about her being so beautiful, and writing about her, having a rivalry with her sister, and writing about her learning how to be tough, and learning on the job, and losing her father, and these were all extraordinary things.
The Crown begins in 1947. Could you explain to us the context? How old is the Queen, the princess, at the time?
Well, she's a princess. She's soon to be married. She's engaged to Philip, and it's that kind of the night before their wedding, isn't it? The first time that you see them, and she's just madly, wildly in love with this with this amazing man, and she's sort of made it her goal to marry him. She hasn't listened to anyone, and she's kind of just gone for it, and she wants him, and she's going to have him, and that's what she gets. Good
and
for her.
It's difficult for you to accept to give up your old life.
I think so, yeah. I think that's a really interesting sort of conflict for him throughout the whole season is as her life changes, and particularly with the death of George VI, is that Philip's life is thrown into an equal amount of chaos in many ways, and he's trying to hold on to the different strands of it as best he can.
Have you learned things about your characters during shooting?
Yeah, sure, lots. I mean, you pick up all this information from doing all the research. It was interesting in when we were doing rehearsal, and there was that scene that's not in there anymore about the advice that he's giving to Elizabeth on their way to the church, and it was almost felt like maybe he was trying to change her mind. You can still change your mind type thing, which of course is, how is that really possible? And when I said that, I said that that seems like a bit far fetched. And then Matt said, "Well, but why not? Isn't it more interesting to say that maybe he was?" And then and when you start to get into it and you look at the research, you can see that there was, it's like any family. I mean, he's a father who's about to give his child away, and that's really what the main thing, that how they defined themselves was this family of four. And of course you're going to resist the idea that it's going to be broken up, and you're going to resent the person who's coming in. And it's that classic thing that everyone says at a wedding, right, when they're coming to take their daughter away, that kind of thing. What? What's going on? Why are you laughing?
Why are you saying that? Am I looking at you funny? I just wasn't sure where the point was going, actually.
My point. Where my point's going. Wow.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to meet you.
Cheers. Very, very good English.
Bye-bye. Thank you.